Hello there everybody, and welcome to this feature presentation on YouTube. I am King Mac, your hamburger pal. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to enjoy a hot fresh cheeseburger along with some delicious golden french fries, a tasty milkshake, and a nice soft drink. Also be sure to grab some hot buttery popcorn while you're at it as you enjoy this episode of TTBurger Game Reviews on YouTube.
Roar! Well, you're scared? I hope you were, because we're back with more TTBurger Game Reviews here on YouTube during the Halloween season once again here for all month of October and November. And I'm your host, Tony. This time I'm a skeleton. Roar! We're back with more TTBurger Game Reviews, episode 276 here, part 2 of 3 parts, with more Silent Hill action here, with the survival horror genre here and stuff, covering the first 3 games. Before I get started here, I want to give a shout out to everyone who supported this channel for the last 7 years. If you guys, this channel would not be as big as it is today. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you all for the love and support you give me. Let's keep this channel growing bigger and bigger and bigger and stuff, with more support and everything and more. And I thank you all again for everything you've done for me and this channel. Before we get started here, always miss what happened in episode 276 part 1 of 3 parts. Here's a TTBurger recap to show you what you missed. I took a look at the original Silent Hill by Konami for the PlayStation released in 1999 of January, and I gave it an 8 out of 10 because there were some problems with the camera and the status controls. The fact that the character models did not move much in the cutscenes and stuff and everything. It was still a fun game. I mean, of course it was getting improved and stuff like that, but you know, I did like the first Silent Hill stuff. It was definitely worthy of a horror game for sure. But now, before we get started here, let's go to San Francisco and see how our pal Jackal-Burger is doing here. I know he's ready for more Silent Hill action. Hey Jack, what's up dude? You ready for more Silent Hill survival horror action for the second part here? Going to the PlayStation 2 this time.
Hey Tony, yeah, I'm here dude. Ready for more Silent Hill action. I am ready to go back to the cursed town of Silent Hill. I see we have a new character, this time by the looks of things here, and we are on the PlayStation 2 this time as well.
That's right, Jack. The Silent Hill games star a new main character each time, so yeah, I was surprised by this in a good way.
Yeah, me too. I know. I'm concerned where this game takes us with Silent Hill today because of how crazy everything was last time. But hey, Jack-O-Lantern with a wife and child can handle anything, and I'm ready.
Alright, it is now time to venture back to the cursed town of Silent Hill. Are you ready?
Yeah, I am ready, Tony. Get to it, Tony. Let's go back to Silent Hill.
Alright, Jack. Well, everyone, we're taking a look at Silent Hill 2 by Konami and Konami Entertainment for the PlayStation 2, PC, Xbox, and PlayStation 3 from the dreaded Silent Hill like we'll talk about later. And to show us and more, released on September 24th, 2001 for the PlayStation 2. And December 19th, 2001 for the Xbox, and Silent Hill 2 Retro Streams for the PC side, so it's called One Total Wish. It's also available in the greatest versions of the PlayStation 2 versus Silent Hill 2. And December 2nd, 2002 in the PC. And then released for the PlayStation March 20th, 2012. Which we'll talk about later. Let's get started here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started, shall we? Roar! Silent Hill 2 is considered by many of the Silent Hill franchise fans that to be the best in the series. You're all wondering, do I think this is the best game in the franchise, or no? Well, my answer is a no. But it is a great game that improved over the first game with a lot of improvements with the presentation, sound, controls, gameplay elements, and more. As like I said, I enjoyed this game in the Silent Hill franchise, but it's not my favorite game of all time though. Silent Hill 2 puts us in the role of a new main character, James Sunderland, who lost his wife Mary to an illness 3 years ago, left him widowed and depressed. Then one day, he receives a letter from Mary, telling him to come to their special place in Silent Hill. Thinking Mary is still alive, waiting for him, James goes to Silent Hill. Along the way, he meets some supporting characters who are damaged as well as he is. First off, we have Angela Orozco, a broken victim of abuse and rape done by her father and brother who abused her physically and mentally, and has suicide thoughts and carries a knife with her. And she gives it to James later on to hold on to it and stuff because she doesn't want to do anything reckless there. Angela is looking for her mother to kill her in hopes it'll end all the suffering in her life because her mother says she deserved the abuse and did not stop Angela's father and brother from abusing her. Believing her mother's there, Angela goes to Silent Hill. Angela is a character you feel sorry for because victims of abuse and rape, you do not know what they go through and it traumatizes them like how did Angela. But Angela believes her mother's in Silent Hill and goes to find her and kill her and then wants to kill herself. The second character we have is Eddie Dombrowski, who was bullied badly for his weight and his dream of being on the football team was shattered in pieces. He becomes mentally insecure and disturbed and became self-conscious about his weight due to one of the bullies who was also on the football team mocked him for his weight. In retaliation, Eddie killed the bully's dog and shot the bully in the knee. Afterwards, Eddie fled to Silent Hill because the town called him there, thinking the cops were on his ass and everything. The next character we have is Laura, an 8-year-old orphan girl who befriended Mary in the hospital. Laura is an innocent character of Silent Hill 2 because she's just a child and has not succumbed to the town's evil ways and stuff like that and everything. And she was friends with Mary and their nurse Rachel. She knows of James from Mary and dislikes him for some reason, and she puts James through countless tricks and traps, like stepping on his hand and kicking a key he needs and locking him in a monster-infested room. And she's a brat and stuff like that, but she grows a heart later on. Then we have Maria, who is pretty much identical to Mary down to her face and voice, appearance, and more. Maria, I cannot say much about her because she's a key character in the story and it'll spoil the story. Silent Hill 2 focuses on a lot of personal issues such as abuse, rape, bullying, death and dying, loss of a loved one, being an orphan, and more, and the story is deep in this aspect for sure. Like the last story focuses on God and stuff and everything, here it takes a little more personal issue matter and stuff. The only problem is that some of the supporting characters lack a heart. Like example, Eddie and Laura are in a bowling alley, and Laura leaves after insulting Eddie, and all he does is just eat pizza. And Laura, we know she acts like a brat in the beginning and is rude to James and stuff as well. Silent Hill 2 has some really good graphics for a PlayStation 2 game in 2021. Sure, there's nothing to write home about today, but back then the graphics were really good. The character models are very detailed and look a lot better than the first game, especially because they move around in the cutscenes instead of just stand there like mannequins in a rubber chicken suit wanting a cheeseburger. The faces look better too, although sometimes lip sync can be slightly out of sync, but you'll not notice it at all and stuff and everything. The environments have that scary feel to them, especially when it is dark and you need your flashlight to see what the hell to do, especially on a flat screen TV, where you will need that brightness all the way up to see what's going on. My favorite environments this time are the Woodside apartment, and the Blue Creek apartments, along with the Brookhaven Hospital and the Lakeview Hotel. And yes, the hospital looks different inside, adding more surprises and stuff. I do wish you could go to the school like last time, but we are not looking for a daughter, we're looking for James's wife. The cutscenes look great, a mix of pre-rendered cutscenes and in-game cutscenes all look great. Oh, some of the pre-rendered cutscenes are over very quickly before you know it. The frame rate is nice and smooth, not the main slowdowns here, you probably won't notice them. The fog is here again and better than before, and the fog has a horror feel to it, and man, it gets spooky. The weapons look cool, the blood effects look awesome and stuff too, and especially when you kick over one of the enemies, it looks really cool. I mean, look at the HD collection fog and stuff like that, and we'll talk more about that later. Silent Hill 2's sound is really good. I know people complain about the voice acting being hokey and everything, but you have to understand, the voice acting was done like this on purpose. These people in Silent Hill are damaged and have mental problems. That's why they sound like the way they do, especially Angela, a victim of rape and abuse, will act that way. And Eddie as well, because, you know, he was bullied. It changes you and stuff. Guy Cihi voices James and he's excellent. You hear the anger and sadness in his voice and missing Mary and trying to find her. Along with Monica Taylor Horgan and Donna Berger voice Mary and Angela, and are excellent, definitely get down, especially when you hear Monica Taylor Horgan crying at the end. And I heard that was unscripted. She was crying when recording the lines, and they kept it in there, and it was really amazing. It sounds like actual crying. David Schauffele voiced Eddie, and he's a great fit because, you know, he gets that low self-esteem, insecurity character down. But for me, the most surprisingly good actress is Jacqueline Breckenridge, who voiced Laura. It was perfect since the actress was 8 years old, the same age as Laura. This was a great fit because most things would have young adults voicing a kid and trying to sound younger when they're not, it sounds fake. But Silent Hill 2 took that extra step to the next level and found a child voice actress to voice a child. A lot of people hated the voice acting, but me, I liked it miles better than the HD collection voices, and oh boy, what do you gotta say here? Troy Baker, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn, and Laura Bailey and such were terrible in this game. Nothing against the actors because they have done great work in the past, like such as the infamous games Uncharted and The Last of Us and stuff and more, but here the performances were awful. We'll look at some clips right now.
Yeah, I'm James. Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, is what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm James.
Angela.
Angela, okay. I don't know what you're planning, but there's always another way.
Really? But you're the same as me. It's easier just to run. Besides, it's what we deserve.
No, I'm not like you.
Are you afraid? I'm sorry.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Huh, you're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
I thought you said the cops were after you.
No, I just ran because I was scared. I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you're sorry? Well, I guess I run away a lot too.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me.
So what'd you do? Robbery? Murder?
Nah, nothing like that.
Ha! You're just a gutless fatso.
What'd you have to say that for?
I thought you said the cops were after you.
Nah, I just ran because I was scared. I don't know what the cops are doing.
But if you did something bad, why don't you just say you're sorry? Well, guess I run away a lot too.
It's no good. They wouldn't listen. Nobody will ever forgive me.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I
Then
just...
stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but... she ran away.
We've got to find her.
James!
Mary? Oh, Maria. It's you. I thought you were... Sorry. Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life. You couldn't care less about me, could you?
No, I just...
Then stay with me. Don't ever leave me alone. You're supposed to take care of me. So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
We've got to find her.
Troy Baker as James sounds too low. Instead of Detroit, it's too hard to sound serious when Guy Cihi did it much better. Laura Bailey as Angela sounds flat and boring. We do not hear the depression and damage in her voice. It sounds very scripted and forced. It wasn't like how Donna Burke was. Donna Burke did it much better. Mary Elizabeth McLean was Mary and Maria. Her voice is too deep, and she does not sound too sweet or anything. It doesn't sound as emotional as Montana Horton. And you notice, both Mary and Maria had different personalities. One was sweet, one was mocking you. Here we hear the same thing each time. I do not know who voiced Laura in HD collection, but this new actress sounds nothing like an 8-year-old girl at all. Liam O'Brien as Eddie sounds like a stoner who took too much cocaine and his fake vomiting shows too. He sounds like he's constipated, taking a huge shit from eating too many cheeseburgers while doing the cocaine. And of course, like, you have the option for the original voices, but still, why have these new ones? I don't know. We will talk more about the HD collection version later, but we need to continue. The music, was not much as last time, still sounds really good and emotional sound, like something is wrong here and there's no walk in the park in Silent Hill, that's for sure. The weapons and radio sounds are better and more realistic. Silent Hill 2 shines in the gameplay aspect as well. Silent Hill 2 is very similar to the first game with the camera, the weapons, and navigation in Silent Hill, and more. The controls are smoother and stuff and everything, and you know, it also helps with the analog sticks and stuff too, so you will not need any practice here, you'll be able to right home with the controls here. And they feel much smoother and stuff because the controls felt stiff last time. Here they feel a little bit smoother because of the next gen hardware and everything. As James, like I said, our quest is to find Mary and find the note and stuff like that, where it goes and stuff, with meeting some crazy people along the way. As James, we go through town Silent Hill and the other world version of Silent Hill as well. As James, you must survive and encounter with the monsters. They're crazy once again, and James needs to be on his feet at all times. Like last time, the inventory system is the same. You can carry up to 999 ammunition and as many health items as you can and stuff like that. And you have like your puzzles there once again where you like need items like that, key items that'll help you. The whole game takes place in Silent Hill like last time, but different parts of Silent Hill, making it bigger and stuff. There's no school or amusement park, but we got the hotel, that hospital, and more rooms to explore in the apartment and stuff like that and more. During the game, a red Pyramid Head creature called Pyramid Head is out to get you, and he is one tough motherfucker for sure. He haunts James throughout the apartment and stuff, and you have to keep firing at him and stuff and everything, and he is one crazy motherfucker, that's for sure. He's a tough one as well. James will have an arsenal of melee weapons and guns at his dispenser, which will definitely come in handy. And you also have the same weapons before, the pistol, shotgun, and rifle. Survival once again is the key, because these monsters are in full bloom and they can swarm at you at times, especially in the other world. And if you're low on health, you'll be fucked. You have the radio once again, that'll come in handy when you need it to fight out the baddie and stuff. It's like your key to survival and stuff with the radio. You have puzzles to solve where you'll have to memorize what documents say and then solve them because they change depending on the difficulty you play. In the other world this time, everything is filled with rust, blood, and decay like a place you do not want to be. There's also both male and female enemies and variety. Some parts of Silent Hill require a certain weapon like a steel pipe to break a wall to escape. Depending on difficulty, the controls change and challenge the players to get them more experience. Like, perfect example, rowing a boat with the analyst is pretty cool, but it can be a little tougher on the harder settings and stuff and everything, which adds to the replay value. And there's a game you play called Trick or Treat in the Hospital. If you answer the right questions, you get a prize and extra ammo and more. If you've played Silent Hill, you will know the answers. If not, you'll have to look them up. Silent Hill 2 would take about 6 hours or so to beat. You have a multitude of endings and stuff. 6 of them this time. You have 6 endings this time. Like in the last review, I went for the canon ending, which for me is the in-water ending. That makes the most sense. People call it the worst ending and the most depressing ending, but it's canon because it makes sense. You play recklessly, do not heal your health, and examine Angela's knife, and go to the hospital rooftop to read the suicide diary and other things. I can't tell you how to explain everything because, you know, this ending's the best. And, you know, it's very emotional. Especially at the end, he'll make you cry. If you have the Xbox version and the greatest PlayStation 2 version, you have a second scenario called Born from Wish, where you play as Maria. It is short but okay, but it's not canon and you can do without it. Silent Hill 2 was fun, but we have some negatives here. Laura is unlikable in the beginning, and the way she acts to James and Eddie, she acts like a brat. While we have male and female enemies, there was less variety in them this time. Only 3 weapons once again. The puzzles can be on the tough side here and stuff like that. A lot of backtracking if you miss an item. If you die, you have the continue option. You don't continue right where you died, like in Silent Hill 1. You go all the way back to the save point where it's the continue option useless. The game is a little too easy, even on the hard setting due to the game giving you lots of ammo and more. The game once again relies heavily on map use, and if you you can't find the map, you're gonna be fucked. You'll be forced to look at your map every 5-10 seconds because it's huge and stuff like that and everything. And of course, like, we have the save points once again. This time they're like little pieces of paper, but sometimes they're very scarce and stretched out far and stuff like that. Like, you'll go to like 45 minutes without trying to find a save point. If you die low on health, you're gonna be fucked and have to go back to the beginning of where you last saved and everything. Before we can end this review, we need to talk about the HD collection version and the problems this version has with Silent Hill 2. First off, the awful voice setting. Thankfully, you have the option for the original voices, but these new voices are still terrible. And also, there's like a sound glitch where you hear 2 layers of the voice coming in at the same time. There's a lot of bugs and glitches where it'll freeze or it'll lag, just spaz out of control, and the frame rate doesn't hold up well at all. There are so many bugs, and IG Studio used unfinished betas in this collection to put them in the game. And that's why there's so many issues. There are sounds missing, changes should not have been there, and there's missing sounds where you don't hear a door close or stuff like that. And and also there's like when you shoot a gun, like it goes all over the place. The bad shadows are all pixelated and stuff. Yeah, I know like a Twin Perfects channel stuff covered and stuff too. I give them credit there. And it's not as bad as what happened with the Silent 3 HD version, which we'll talk about in the next part. But besides from that though, there's always ways I have with it. Thus, if you enjoyed the first Silent Hill game, you should definitely pick up Silent Hill 2. It's amazing, definitely for sure. I recommend the PlayStation 2 version the best because of the controls and stuff like that, but if you own an Xbox, you can get the Xbox version. I don't know about the PC version, stuff like that, but I does recommend Silent Hill 2 on the PlayStation 2, definitely. I give Silent Hill 2 a 9 out of 10, because of some of the problems I have with it, but it's an improved sequel overall, definitely. Hey Jack, you still with us? What did you think of Silent Hill 2 as we return to the town again?
Tony, I am here, bro. Yeah, an improved game and improved sequel for sure. I do want to know what happens in that water ending you talked about.
Well, Jack, you will find out if you play the game. I'll not spoil it for you, but you must meet the requirements in the game to get it.
Sounds like a challenge. I will take what is next on the agenda for Silent Hill.
Well, here we go. I'll TTBurger to show y'all what is next.
Female protagonist this time, and we're in a shopping mall here. This should be interesting for sure. This I cannot wait to see.
You're right, Jack. Next up is Silent Hill 3. What was supposed to be the last Silent Hill game, we have a new character named Heather, voiced by actress Heather Morris. Not the Glee actress, but a voice actress named Heather Morris.
Well then, Tony, until that, we must go. I have a movie to watch with the family tonight, so I must go. Take care, Tony. See you next time.
You too, Jack. Have fun with the movie and everything like that with the family. Have fun and be safe. That's all I gotta say is Tony. Peace out. Have a good day. And see you all in my review of Silent Hill 3 for the PlayStation 2. Take care, everybody.